I'm here with Mr. Adrian again. Happy New Year. We are talking about my lesson, which was given for Standard 6, 7, and 8. I did a lesson in English class, Fate and Free Will and Fiction. Mr. Adrian, let's get your impressions.
Yeah, I thought it was a really interesting lesson. I took a look through the standards and I was thinking, the standard 6, which is using proper assessment methods to engage in the growth and monitor student progress, something along those lines.
Okay.
The guiding question. So I really like that formative assessment method you were using with the fish to 5 strategy, which was really nice. So you get a visual idea of where everyone's up to in the class. So I thought that really was a nice choice.
Thank you there.
And I like the sort of using the movie and the book for comparison. I think that's a very engaging way to deal with these sort of topics. So
that was Common Core standards as well.
Beautiful.
I appreciate the comments there. This is a Year 10 English class. These are non-native speakers, and I thought one thing possibly I was a little too ambitious with the lesson. I thought two things: either it was a little over their head, or maybe it was my issue. It didn't seem to connect like some of my prior lessons had with the students. I don't know if they were just tuned out, or like I said, if it was just maybe I'm channeling too much of my university lectures here. Maybe I'm getting a little over ambitious, but
Well, it's always worth giving things a shot, isn't it?
That's what I felt like. I mean, let's do something I think's interesting anyway.
Sometimes it's difficult because their like life experience is so different. Right? Not just culturally, but just in terms of the amount of life experience they have. So sort of the perspectives that you can have as a grown up are just so different from kids.
And there's that. And I also wonder. I've heard this before, but I wonder your impression. I mean, some people say that a lot of students in Asia, compared to Westerners when we were their age, maybe we had a little bit more worldly knowledge or independence was given. I mean, I was driving a car when I was 14. I don't know.
Especially like I suppose we're in an international school with quite privileged kids.
Maybe a little bit in the bubble. I don't know.
Yeah, anyway. Definitely. I certainly know. I went to a comprehensive school. We call that in English. Basically means government school, free school.
Yeah.
And there were girls in my school getting pregnant and leaving school when they were, in 9th grade and stuff.
We don't really see that here.
People with alcohol and drug problems and under the age of 14. Whereas here you don't see that. So.
Yeah, even some of the kids who are about to graduate, I'm like, you guys are great kids, but just like seem so young or less mature, for better or worse. I know. For better or worse.
Well, I suppose in terms of their own health, probably better, but in terms of their ability
when you get out there,
their ability to connect with certain texts and issues is like they can't because they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's funny because actually one of the kids that graduated last year and now is now at university in the UK in Manchester. I'm from Manchester, and he came to visit the school and had a little chat with me. And he was asking me about certain things about Manchester, and I was asking him, have you been at fish and chips? Have you done this? And I was like, so have you checked out some of the pubs? Which is a completely normal thing for an 18, 19-year-old young man like him to be doing. That's just standard. Like that's what students are doing anyway. And he was like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really coy, and I was like,
it's like they're going. Are you going to the adult video store or something? Like no. The same. I was talking to a Vietnamese, at coffee shops like Home Cafe, the communist coffee shop that's so popular. It's almost like a gathering spot for these kids because Vietnamese don't go to bars. That's where degenerates go to get drunk. It's a different social milieu totally. But
it's quite funny. So it's completely different style, I suppose. And sometimes, but then other times they can surprise you with how mature they can be if they talk about family responsibility and duty and ancestors, and they come up with things that far more mature than people that where we're from. So it's interesting to feel that one out really. But anyway, so yeah, so the next standards, there was the planning standard 7 and 8. So you've got the sort of the planning and the strategies, essentially. And yeah, I really like. Well, I mean, I really like the way that you brought Eastern philosophy into it, and you nominate students often and call on them. And I think you have questions sometimes that are kind of designed to reach certain students as well, that be at their level.
Yeah.
Like I know there are certain questions that more complex ones that you might direct sort of more towards Cindy, and then more straightforward ones more towards the sort of EAL learners like Andrew.
Trying to do a little differentiated instruction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So bringing philosophy, religion, and history into it, I thought was really great for those elements. And yeah, so other things, advice would be, I noticed that you were reading out questions, which is fine, but actually you can save yourself a bit of breath by having them read out questions, and then that also kind of, I guess, that lets you talk with more impact what you do say as.
So less teacher talk.
Yeah, it's kind of a waste to do that, so it's not a bad idea. And especially with students like EAL ones, even just reading, they get a chance to read, right, if they read out the questions. And then, yeah, I thought sort of just positive feedback now is I think that it was a nice flowing lesson. It was well put together and well planned. Everyone was comfortable. People knew what they were doing. You set a task at the end, and you made very clear instructions as to what the expectations were supposed to be. I felt there was no doubt about what needed to be done, and I also really liked your personal anecdotes about your accident in Thailand, and your the drama of thinking you might lose a part of your leg in Australia and the effect that had on you. I thought that connected with them.
I kind of had that on the back burner. I wasn't necessarily going to get into that in the lesson, but I sort of felt like I needed something to get them into it a little more. So
I thought that worked.
That was 100%.
Well, that's the thing. You can't just stick rigidly to the plan. It's things pop into your head sometimes. And, it's I think it's nice to be flexible and human. As well, because if everything's in the plan, you become like a machine. Hopefully machines won't replace us anytime soon.
Hope not. Now that I'm finally getting my certification. So this is our penultimate video here together. We're going to do one more, and then we are finished. I'll be presenting my final lesson video to you right before our term break, right before TED.
Look forward to it.
So yeah, anyway, thanks guys. We'll see you next time.